Directed by Danny and Michael Philippou. I'm not sure how you pronounce the surname, lads, so apologies if I'm messing that up. Talk to Me tells the story of a group of high school kids. Chief among them is Mia, who is played by Sophie Wilde, who I also believe makes her feature film debut here as well, and has a writing or a story concept shared credit on this movie also, according to IMDb, at least anyway. Group of high school kids. Most of them are friends. Some of them are frenemies. Maybe that's just, kids these days. We meet Mia not long after the death of her mum. She is understandably upset. She's feeling a little bit distant from her family, from her dad. So she does what any high school kid would do. She wants to hang out with her friends, go to parties, and, maybe get a little bit drunk and maybe do some stupid things. Speaking of stupid things, one of her friends happens to have the embalmed hand, supposedly, the embalmed hand of a medium, of a psychic medium type person. It's an embalmed hand. It's covered in ceramic. It's got a bunch of creepy writing on it. And the party trick of this embalmed hand is that when you hold it and you say, "Talk to me," you can communicate with dead spirits. So, bunch of high school kids, that's what they do. They get drunk, they hold the hand, they say, "Talk to me," and they communicate with the other side, with dead spirits. And of course, it being modern day kids, they all film this on their phone. What could possibly go wrong? A lot can go wrong. That's more or less it, plot-wise, for the movie. I'm not going to say too much more beyond that because I'm not sure how much was in the trailers. I didn't really see many trailers of this. I think I saw a little bit of one trailer and decided to stop watching it so that I could go and enjoy the movie and go in as cold as possible. None of what I've said so far is a massive spoiler, I don't think, anyway. So, is Talk to Me any good? Yes. Yes, it is. It's very good, in fact. There's a really good, really gripping kind of intro scene, like a pre-credits scene, if you will, that really sets the tone for the movie, both in terms of the story, but also the kind of the style of the movie. I think that intro scene was very much a statement from the filmmakers saying, this is who we are, this is the type of movie that we are going to make, this is the type of movie that we can make. This isn't going to be a shaky, handheld, grainy, found footage, cheap looking movie. This is going to be, a high production value movie. The intro scene, it's one long Steadicam single take shot. I think it's a single take shot. It sets up the story. It's got one or two quite shock moments in it, and yeah, I think that both serves as an intro to the story. But I'm pretty sure the filmmakers put it there on purpose and shot it that way to let the viewer know what type of movie they were in for, to let the viewer know this isn't going to be Home and Away or Neighbours or anything like that. This is going to be a good, high-end, high production value, scary movie. And that's exactly what it is. The first thing that stands out about this movie is the believability of the characters. These are a bunch of high school kids. They look like high school kids for a start, which is great. It's not, at least I don't think, it's not a bunch of 30-year-olds playing 15-year-olds. I would assume it's a bunch of maybe early 20-year-olds playing a bunch of 15, 16, 17-year-olds. They look like teenagers. They talk like teenagers. They act like teenagers. They rip the piss out of each other. They film everything on their phones, and they're always on their phones and uploading to social media. They watch YouTube. They watch KSI and the Sidemen. Side note: the directors of this movie, the brothers, they actually kind of came up on YouTube. They made their name on YouTube. I think the Rackaracka is the name of the channel. I'll link that below. They obviously know their audience. They know that generation, because they are that generation. They were able to get performances from these young actors that are so believable that nothing about it rings untrue. Right from the start, you believe these young actors are the characters that they're playing, and that really grounds you with the supernatural elements of the story, which is a huge plus, and something that's needed for a movie like this. Considering this is a feature film debut for the filmmakers, this is really impressive. The camera work, the editing, the performances that they were able to get, the sound design, nothing about this movie says debut filmmakers. This is a really, really accomplished movie from a couple of young guys making their feature film debut. So yeah, well done. it's got like a mix of Conjuring vibes with a little bit of like Hereditary, sprinkling in a little bit of Event Horizon. There's one scene specifically that totally reminds you of a specific scene in Event Horizon. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Let me know in the comments below. And the central performance from Sophie Wilde is phenomenal. She's very, very good in this movie. And as I said, I think this might be her feature film debut. And everyone surrounding her, the performances are, I mean, to say they're amazing is maybe like, maybe too much, laying on a little bit thick. But as I said earlier on, all the performances from all of the cast, they're very believable. You believe each one of these kids is a high school kid, because they probably are, or they're probably, not too many years removed from being a high school kid. It's an astonishingly assured debut from everyone involved, and I can't wait to see what these guys do next. So 7 out of 10 for Talk to Me. It is a very good horror movie. It's still in cinemas right now, I believe, as I'm recording this interview. It's probably video, as I'm recording this video. It's probably not got long left in the cinema, so if you can, definitely catch this in the cinema. If not, definitely catch it when it comes to home video or digital or or Blu-ray and whatnot, because yeah, it's very good. 7 out of 10 for Talk to Me. That's it, folks. Thanks very much for watching. If you want to have a look at some of my other reviews, you can check out a playlist here. If you want to see more like this as well in the future, don't forget to hit the like button and smash that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next video.